I'ma soon forget. So far between the lines, I'ma write a new set, a new beginning. Reflecting on the times that were that hard. I've fallen down many times, but I got mad hard.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mexican Lee, back with another video. Mexican Lee's Therapy Garage. Man, I was out here sweating bullets. Past few days, been a little stressful, just thinking about the measurements that I had to do on this roof. Numbers I'm not good with. I can figure it out, but I never been an A+ student in math. I was always anywhere from a C+ to about a D-. So I can read a tape measure, I can read a ruler, but man, I get real nervous when it comes to numbers like that. But anyways, let's show you what we got going. So took a while to figure it out, and it's just me. It was my mind, not anything that had to do with legacy, but just getting the numbers and everything mapped out as far as finding center of the roof, front to back, and then center on the frame, and then getting those numbers transferred onto the roof. So we got all that situated now, and we're gonna go ahead and start cutting this hole, y'all. So to me, she's pretty much on center, the best I can get it. So I need to go ahead and get some tools out and drill bits, my drill, my jigsaw. I need to start getting all that stuff out, but I'm gonna take y'all along for the ride. So we'll cut you back on here in a little bit. All right, real quick, before we go ahead and get this jigsaw going, I wanted to point out something to y'all real quick. So from my understanding, and I'm seeing a lot of this happen at work, when you're cutting into sheet metal, you always want to, if you have a split in your metal, or if you're cutting a square in your metal, what I always like trying to do is round off. I'll drill inside the corner here, and then I'll put my jigsaw blade inside there, and then I'll make my cuts from this point out. You don't never really want to come with your cut all the way to a point, and then, you know, you don't want it perfectly square, because eventually this metal here is going to end up ripping. So you always want it to be rounded off. And I learned that at work. Whenever we have splits in metal, the body shop guys will come over to our area and they'll drill a small hole, a pilot hole, right in wherever the cracks are at. Let's say there's an inch crack right from here to here. They'll drill a hole here and drill a hole here. And that stops that crack from spreading in that metal. Okay, so that's why I got two different size bits. The big one is going to be so I can fit my bit, my jigsaw blade inside that hole, but I got a little small one just to make a pilot hole first. Okay, so we're going to cut this inner frame. This one here, the outer frame is where I almost cut. I almost like got too excited and got to drilling out here, which this right here is the outside of the frame. So I'm glad I paid attention to that. So right here is where I made my, excuse me. I think I'm coming down with a little something. But this is where I made my measurements for the inside, the outside frame, and then the inside. So I'm glad I paid attention to that before I went ahead and got too excited and started drilling out here versus in here. So when you guys are doing them sliding roofs, you got to pay attention also to the sides when you're drilling your hole. See, that's the shorter step. You don't want to make your measurements out to that shorter step. Let me see if I can show you with while I hold this. Let's do it like this, even better yet. That way it'll kind of focus. You don't want to make your measurements to this outside line. They say to make your measurements to this inside line. Oh wait, no, I got that backwards. I got it backwards, y'all. You got to go to this outside line. All right. So y'all can pay attention to that. That's where your frame's going to be cut. So let me go ahead and get to pushing, and then we'll cut you back on here in a minute.
Sometimes words to describe all the things that in my mind. Oh, sometimes
Mentally feeling like I'm gonna make a killing. Steady puffing that bomb, got my money stacked up to the ceiling. Yeah, you know how it goes, make a few dimes. Now everybody tripping, talk about I need this and I need that. Oh really, now remember that time that you didn't have my back? See, I remember, man, I'll never forget. So you can miss me with that bullshit. You could be the cool kid, drool kid, and I'll be the odd one out, shooting for the stars that are far on out. Interstellar, interdimension, I'm never missing a step, and now I'm headed right for your head. So say them prayers, boy, you're dead. You'll never see me coming, I'm undetectable, delectable, and in your mom's words, I'm selectable, irrectable. Straight menace to society, no cane, no A-Rap.
All right, YouTube, we're back. Man, ain't no turning back now. Ain't no turning back now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these edges. I'm gonna round these corners off a little bit. Clean everything up around the edges really good. And then we're gonna go ahead and test fit the frame. It's not gonna drop all the way in because there's some screws in it that hold the bracing and stuff together. As of right now, I had to square it up a little bit, make sure everything was gonna work. So we'll take it apart, get all the pieces separated, and then I'll drop them in, line them up where I need to line them, and then I'll start marking all my holes, drilling the holes, and then we'll go ahead and mount it in place. We'll get all the roof cleaned up, pull the tape up, and then keep pushing, y'all. So just wanted to show y'all real quick. She's cut. The brain just blew out of the car. All right, don't get it twisted. Of the car, y'all. So, yeah, man. The reason why I came back this far is because of that brace up there. I didn't want to cut into it. So as you can see, I'm almost like right up to it. I got about an inch of room in the corners. So we're all right, man. It's where I wanted it. Somebody may say, man, you cut it, you went too far back, you went too far forward. That's fine, y'all. Let me know, because this is how I did it. All right. So let me go ahead and get to taking this apart. We're going to drill the holes and then get everything mounted up. So give me a few minutes and then we'll cut you back on. All right, here we go, y'all. We got the corners rounded off. I had to clean up a little bit of the edges, but we got the frame in the hole and squared up the best I can get it. So now we're gonna go ahead and start drilling the holes so we can mount this thing. And I think what I'm gonna end up doing, just to make sure I get it 100% square, is once I drill this hole, I may open it up one size bigger just so I can kind of move the frame around if need be. But pretty much everything's on center. Front to back, side to side. She's all clamped down. As you can see, told y'all we had some big dents in here. So that'll be getting fixed, leveled out. But yeah, man, looking pretty good so far. When I do take this back apart, when I do my body work and paint, I'm gonna be painting this black. I want this to be black. I don't want this brushed aluminum look. It'll be going black once I take everything back apart to do my body work and paint. That way she matches all the rest of the trim on the car. So, all right, let's keep moving. All right, real quick, I went ahead and cleaned up all the tape all the way around. I went underneath all the holes with the die grinder, a little grinding wheel, cleaned up all the threads. So now we're gonna go ahead and bolt the rack in, or the frame. and get it squared up, and then we'll go ahead and get the Ragtop installed, and I think we're going to stop from there. But once the Ragtop is pretty much installed, it's done. So again, this is just going to be temporary. I want it in here, I want it nice and flat. That way I can leave it for a little while. I'll cover it with some plastic maybe, and till I'm done with everything else. But once I'm ready to start breaking it down for paint, then we'll go ahead and pull all this back off. This will get painted black, and then just the outside. I'm not painting that inner rail because I don't want to get nothing in there to where it's going to bind the roof. So it'll just be the outside rails. Those will get painted black, and then of course we'll fix all the dents up here on top. So this is all the hardware. Let's get it squared away right quick. Cut you back on here in a second. All right, we got all the holes drilled. There was a couple up here that I forgot to do in the corners because I had the clamps, the pliers covering them up. So I got that done. She's tight and square, the best I can get it all the way around. And as far as the holes, I made them one size bigger than what the actual hole was. I got the next size bit up. That way I could move it around if I needed to, have a little bit of play in it. So now the directions say to undo the rails about halfway so these can come up so we can go ahead and slide the Ragtop in place. So let's go ahead and do that and try to get her in and be able to slide back and forth pretty easy. And then we'll go ahead and lay down the back and bolt down the back and see if we can get that nice and flat. So let me go ahead and knock that out right quick, and I will cut you back on here in a second. All right, YouTube, we're back. I had to take a quick break. I had to go in the house, get something to eat right quick. But like in the last session, the frame was already bolted down. I had to unloosen these tracks halfway in order to slide the Ragtop in. There's these little tracks right here. There's two of them that have to go inside that track. So there's two here and then one here on each side. Those slide inside that track. So I already got this side started. See how they go inside that track there, all the way across. Let's get inside the car. So this is a little, doing it with one person, it's not hard, but you got to be careful with these handles. These are the tensioner handles. So those you kind of have to lift up on this and then slide it in the tracks. It took me a few seconds to figure it out, but I got it. So now we're going to go ahead and try to get it. See if we can get it to come in. Let's see if I took these. Make sure these are still in the tracks. And it's got to go in, it's got to come in evenly. Okay, it's got to raise up a little bit and then slide in. See, it's going a little crooked, but okay, we got it. We got it to slide in. Now let me get back over here so I can do that back section. Couldn't really see what I did. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to do this with the, see, it's crooked. But let's line it up. Okay. Okay, we can actually go in further. Up until this pleat with this little slider here, goes in that track. So we need to come over a little bit more. Let's see, right about there. Now we'll flip this down. Let's see if I can do it. I don't want to scratch the ragtop or my roof. I don't want this to come flapping down and bust my glass. So, all right, let's see. Where's that? There's the little track. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's see if we can lift this up. See, it's got to be able to fold down. Dang it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in the camera that well. But anyways, like I said, it has to slide in that track. So you can see a little bit there. Let me get a light. Kind of get an idea. Can't really see it that well. The light's kind of a little too bright in there, but that little plastic track, that little plastic clip slides right in that track right there. Camera's not going to focus that well, but you get the idea, okay? See it moving back and forth? Okay, now let me go do the other side. It's got to come over just a little. Bam. Let's see if this side came out. Hopefully it did. I think it did. Oh, no, she didn't come out. Okay, it's just going crooked. Oh, it did come out. Dang it. That's the thing, man. You got to be careful with this because I don't want to rip that headliner off of there either. Come on, buddy. Work with me, man. Work with me. You're almost home. See, I might have to cut this camera off. To get it in there. Because I need two hands, really. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, nope. She didn't go in all the way. Come on, bro. You're like almost there. Anyways, let me see. Let me try one more time. Okay. Now, did that side come out? Damn it. I bet it did. After all that fighting. Yep, she sure did. All right, we got her. All right, we got her. Okay. So now, let's pull this pleat up. Slide this a little bit forwards. Don't get stuck. Something's stuck over here. All right, that's what it would sound like if it was closed. So the headliner, I need to put the handle up here and lock it in place, and then pull this headliner back. Once this is tightened back down, then we'll pull the headliner nice and tight and get the extra strip. Let me show you that real quick. This is the extra little strip that they give you in order to hold the headliner down and tighten in place. So that will go in there just like that with some sheet metal screws, and that'll hold the headliner nice and tight. All right, so you got the idea on that. I'm gonna tuck that down there for now. But earlier when I slid this in here, I didn't know about these little bolts right here. I had to drill extra hole right here on the side, in the corners on both sides, in order for them to go all the way through. Those are tension bolts, that's what they call them. So once I get this thing all painted and it's set to go, we'll put some sealant on here and then drop this down, and that'll seal that hole up, so that way nothing gets in there as far as water. But let me slide this back because I want to tighten these tracks down, and then we can concentrate on getting the headliner strip in there. And then from that point, we can tighten the back end down and put the handle on, and we should be complete. So let me do that real quick, then we'll cut you right back on. All right, YouTube, we're back. Okay, so now we went ahead and got the headliner taped. I opened up these holes up on here, not this one, but this one here, all the way down this back strip. I opened the holes up just a little bit more, so that way my back end would fit a lot nicer. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach this headliner and get it, let me see. We're gonna get it tacked down with this tack strip here. Once that's done, then we'll go ahead and flap this back over, tighten all the bolts, and it should be nice and tight. I already got that latched up there. It's already tight, sucked down to the roof up here. So now let's go ahead and get this tightened down and flap that over, and that'll pretty much be the install. All this is going to come back apart when I get ready to do my paint, and I'll reseal everything all the way around underneath. So let's go. All right, YouTube, we're done. We're done for tonight. I've been out here all day. I think we started on this thing at about 1:15, 1:30. Damn, I left my watch in the house. I believe it's probably, let me look, 11:22. It's 11:30. But we got the headliner in. Nice and taut. These are the tensioning knobs. That's what I was turning down to suck that top down to the skin, to the roof skin. I'm not going to do the headliner yet because I have to take this back out, put the headliner in with all the trim pieces on the sides to hold it up, and then come back around and trace on the outside of the frame so I can cut the hole in the headliner. So we ain't gonna do that right now. I'm done for tonight. I still have to put the handle on, but like I said, I'm not doing that yet until we finalize the headliner. So that's it, y'all. Not too bad. Not too bad of an install. If I say so myself, did it by myself. My son came out to help me do all the measuring, but he wanted to hurry up, go in the house, watch his TV, so I let him. and she's done. And it looks amazing. Oh my God, this thing's beautiful. I can't wait to get that paint on this car. I cannot wait to paint the car. So, everybody, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for helping me out with this install, y'all. Y'all be giving me the motivation to keep pushing. And I'm going to keep trying to get this content out here for y'all. So, y'all stay tuned, man. Mexican Leads Therapy Garage. We're out.
It's time I picked up all the pieces. It's so frustrating. Let me out of this cage. I'm not listening no more. 'Cause you're the one that's wrong, and you're gonna regret this life. All your words I'ma soon forget. So far between the lines, I'ma write a new set, a new beginning. Reflecting on the times that were that hard. I've fallen down many times, but I got mad hard.